Psalm 28:7, a verse where the speaker declares God as their strength and shield, affirming their trust in him, and resulting help and overwhelming joy they experience, leading them to praise him with the song. Holla, 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 holla at me. What? Holla at me. What? Holla at me. Yes. Holla at your girl. It's your girl, Holla Lacey. I'm back with another story time. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click the post notification bell so that you are notified every single time that I post. Make sure that we are turning in stories to Talk to Me Tuesday. That will be in my description box below, the email that you can submit stories to. Let's go ahead and get those in because I really want to start doing those. And I'm really ready to hear from y'all or tell me like any insider secret story or something. You don't have to put your real name. You could be anonymous or whatever. Yeah. So this is in dedication. This story right here is in dedication of domestic violence. I don't know if you could say that. So y'all know the month. So DV month. And this is in dedication because there's women out there going through stuff that probably don't say anything. And there's women out there who say something but still don't get the help they need from like law officials, anybody, or family, whoever they need the help from. However, we're going to get this story. I used to have this friend a long time ago, and we're going to give her the name Tiffany. I had already thought about this name. So Tiffany used to have a lot of stuff going on. So she would always be like back and forth from her apartment to like her mama's house and stuff. So like, I think she was so used to staying with her mom because like, she would like, it was like a common place. Her mama's place was like a common place. She would do hair from her mama's house and everything, right? So when she would have clients, she would always go over there and do hair. And I would be over there with her and everything. Y'all, excuse my puppy. He's just so rambunctious right now. Like, he just doing his little thing. He doing a lot. Like, hold on, y'all. So, but her apartment wasn't nothing but probably like 10 to 15 minutes away from her mama house or whatever. So when she would get a client, she would go straight there. So this one day, she was getting into it like very bad with her baby daddy. So she had a daughter. So she just getting into it very bad with her baby daddy. But they would always get into it very bad. Up until this point, he had never like put his hands on her and stuff before. But it was just like, it would like definitely get to where like she was kind of scared of him and stuff. But at sometimes she would try to like, I guess, fight back. But at times I don't care. As a woman, a man is always going to be stronger than you. I don't care if you think you get big and bad, you could beat up a man. Maybe he letting you win. But at some point, if that man really choose to use his strength on you, like it's no way we as women could fight a whole man. So yeah. So she's just going back and forth with her baby daddy, right? And she's just like, I'm just sick of your stuff. Like, you could come and get your stuff out of my apartment. I'm tired of this. Like, come and get your stuff. I'm not doing all this, right? So she had like one more client and all. And so she was like, tomorrow I don't have no clients. So I'm going to spend all tomorrow, get all his shit up out my apartment. So I'm like, okay, cool. She was like, and do you want to come? I was like, I'll come or whatever, right? We came. So, it was just like, it's so much that happened in this story. Like it's probably gonna be 2 parts, but I'm gonna try to put everything I can. If it can be 1 part, I'm gonna put it in 1 part. But I remember this one day she had to go to the hair store for something. So she was trying to like, you know how like somebody trying to leave somebody alone that they don't need anymore? That's what she was trying to do with her baby daddy. But like he was trying to use her baby as an excuse, like, oh, I'm just trying to see my daughter, or I'm trying to do this, or I'm trying to do that. But she was like, I'm done with you. Like, don't come back to my apartment. If you come back to my apartment, like she had already gotten like law enforcement involved and stuff, but they wasn't doing nothing else to help her anymore, because it was like, if you keep going back to him, what do you want the law enforcement to do? It's like at some point you gotta like hold yourself accountable or whatever. But her baby daddy was a little unhinged, so it was just kind of like, I could understand her to a certain extent, but it was just like, yeah, I don't really like to get into stuff like that too much, but y'all get the idea. You get it? Okay, so yeah, so she got to go to the hair store for this last little customer she had to do, client she had to do hair, right? So she was like, I gotta go to the hair store really quick, right? So we keep noticing while we sitting like on the porch when she waiting for her client, we waiting for her to get ready to go. We keep seeing like this car passing by, like, and it keep passing by, like, and I'm like, damn, that's like the 5th time that car done passed by. Like, I'm like, y'all like know who that is or whatever, and like it'll be so many people. This is a busy street. Let me just say that it's a busy street. And this certain house, her mama house, was a busy house. Like, people would just come over there, drink, come in there, drink, smoke, then they'll leave, sit, talk, all that, right? It was like a 24-hour club, almost, like, I swear. But they stayed there. I swear to God. So I just keep noticing the car. Like, it passed by, but this time it kind of stopped at the end of the street. Nobody paying attention but me. So I'm like, y'all don't see that car? And that's like, yeah, people, you know, that ain't nobody. They just thinking it ain't nobody, right? But I'm like, your baby daddy keep calling you. You saying that you tired of him. You know how he gets when you not giving him no attention. You know, like he like a toddler. You need to, I don't know. Like, I don't know. But it was just like making me kind of nervous. It was almost like I didn't want to go to the hospital no more, because it's just like, who the fuck is in that car? Because it's like 5th time passed by, y'all act like y'all don't see this damn car. How the fuck I'm the only one to see it? So we get in the car and we going to the hair store, but she liked to go to this other hair store that was kind of farther away, like into another city or whatever. So it was gonna take a little minute to get there, and so she was packing her stuff up and she would put her daughter in the car or whatever, because I think she was going to do the other client at her apartment and not at her mama house, because it was closer and she knew this person, right? So we packing up the baby or whatever, and we heading out and we going up the street. We riding. So in the rearview mirror, I see like the car. I see the car. So I'm looking at the car. I'm like, maybe that ain't the car, because it looked a little different from when I was sitting on the porch. So I'm like, I'm looking at it from a different angle. I don't know the car specifically, but it's just kind of like, okay, I'm paying attention now because I just seen that car. So she like, she just talking. But I ain't want to worry her. But I'm like, I think that's the car that was passing by your mama house. I was like, do you know this car? She like, I don't know this car. She was like, but I think you just worry. I think you just worried a lot. So right when she say that, she getting a call on her phone. Guess who it is? Drop in the comments who y'all think it is. Do a timestamp and tell me who y'all think it is. It's her baby daddy. Her fucking baby daddy. So her baby daddy on the phone, he like, I'm guessing he had to be saying something like, yo, where you at? Where you on your way? Where you going? Like, where you taking my daughter? Like, this and this, right? She was like, what are you talking about? She was like, I'm going to the hair store. You know I got to do hair and do this and do that because you don't do anything, this and this and blah, blah, blah. He was like, yeah, right. You going to the hair store. You going, like, he was just trying to make it like she lying, right? She was like, is this you behind me? And I think he said something like, don't worry about it or something. I'm like, oh my God, like that. Y'all need to really do mental checks on y'all baby daddies. So, she was like, that's just weird. Don't be following me nowhere. Like, I'm tired of you. He was like, pull the car over. She was like, I'm not pulling over. At this point, she pushing 50 in the 30s. So I'm like, slow this fucking car down. Like, the police don't play in this area, right? So she was just like, I'm not pulling over. I'm not pulling over. So now we finna get on the interstate. She not slowing down. The car behind us not slowing down. I'm like, y'all need to slow this motherfucking car down. So it's kind of like we going so fast in the car. And the car used to have no air. So like the windows are down. We driving on the highway. We trying to hurry up. And like we ducking and dodging her baby daddy in the back. He is fucking keeping up. We weaving in and out of fucking traffic. And it's just like, it's crazy. The only thing, the way we lost him was because one lane of traffic was stopping, right? And when it was stopping, she hurried up and weaved in front of like this truck. So like, he couldn't weave because at this point, it was only enough room for her to weave in the other thing and whatever. So she got away. We go to the hair store. I'm like, girl, what you gonna do? He gonna come back to your house. Like, he gonna be at your apartment tonight. She like, I ain't gonna worry about it. When I tell him to leave me alone, sometimes he'll leave me alone for a couple of days. Then after a couple of days, he'd be all right. She was just like, we always do this. I know what to do with my baby daddy. Like, she getting mad at me, but bitch, I'm just trying to make sure we safe. Because we not safe. We can't keep ringing in and out of traffic. So not to talk about my friend, baby. But I keep smelling. So I was like, it smell like shit. I'm like, I keep smelling shit. And like the flies started like swarming the car. I look back at the baby, y'all. The baby diaper, it's like sore. Like, I'm like, girl, the baby got a bunch of shit on. So she like, okay, she pull over or whatever. And before we go in the store, she changed the baby. We go in the hair store. We head back to her apartment, right? We get back to the apartment. We thinking everything cool. Her baby daddy didn't call. Cool, whatever. That was crazy early today, but you know what? Maybe he just let it go. Maybe he... Child, no. He did. Child, no. He did not stop. So, I remember this one day, she would have other people that she would talk to. I don't know if she was still dealing with her baby daddy on that level or not. She probably was, now I think about it, because why would he be doing that? But some people are crazy like that. But I don't really know too much. But I'm telling this story because I was there and I experienced it. And I just got to put it out there. Like, y'all, if people don't seem right, don't be with them. Like, if you don't be like, if red flags are there and they're tangible things that you keep seeing and it keep happening, it's red flags for a reason. Like, take a hint and get the fuck on, right? So that night we just chilling. I'm sleeping in the bed. We would all sleep in the bed together, right? She had a 1-bedroom apartment, right? So we sleep, and she would always be like, I'm kind of nervous staying in my apartment by myself. Could you come over? I'm like, yeah, I'll come over, whatever. Okay, so she would also do this thing where she know a lot of her friends didn't want to go to her apartment. So she would be like almost begging, like, do you want to come? Do you want to come? And people be like, no, because they knew about her baby daddy. But at this point, I ain't know about her baby daddy. Following with her in cars and shit. And y'all gonna see this shit he do next. But I ain't know nothing about that. But I never knew why none of her friends want to come over. And that was why. I should stay my ass at the house. So we at her apartment. And like, I'm thinking like it's just a windy night and like stuff brushing up against the window and shit, right? I keep hearing like a brush up against the window. So I'm like, is that the tree like hitting the window? And so I could hear her kind of like, she's asleep, because you know how like people snore softly, like it'd be like a, like you could hear that. I woke her the fuck up. I said, girl, it's something at that window. Is it a tree outside your window or something that's like brushing up against the window? She like, ain't no trees outside. Like, it's nothing back there. It's a wooded area, but it ain't nothing close to the window. It should be brushing up on it. Who the fuck? So then the noise stopped. When the light turned on, the noise stopped. So I'm like, okay, what's that noise then? You know, like, she was like, okay, maybe you just tripping. We're going to turn the lights off and go back to sleep, right? The fucking noise started fucking again. But now, like, it's like in the living room. So I'm like, the living room window. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck is that? Like, are you serious? Like, what the fuck is that, right? So then it comes back to the bedroom window. So I'm like, okay, the noise is back. And so now she hearing the noise. I'm like, I'm glad you fucking hear it, bitch, because you trying to act like I'm delusional. I know you. And see, this why you stay out of people's motherfucking house, because she was trying to act like I was in Strange Things in the Upside Down world, act like she ain't hear that. But you know you fucking hear that, act like she ain't hear that. Like you act like you ain't see that car pass in the house and you seen it. And see, that's the thing. People be done, innocent people be done got unalive because you act like you don't see shit. Bitch, you should have said something earlier. I should have called the police when we was in the car. I should have called her. Noise. So she kind of like peeked out the window. And she's like, oh my God, it's just so aggravated. I'm aggravated. I was like, what is it? What is it? Because at this point, I don't know what it is. I wasn't finna look out there. I don't know what it is. This is your house. So she was like, yeah, my eyes got big. I don't know. Sometimes when I'm telling these stories, I go back in that moment for real. She was like, girl, that's my baby daddy. I said, oh, Lord. I said, oh, my God, what you gonna do? I was like, what we gonna do? What we need to do? She was like, I'm gonna just call the police. She called the police. This was back when I don't feel like people used to take domestic DV serious. She called the police. And she told them, she's like, I need a deputy out. My baby daddy is at my window. He almost ran us off the road earlier today. I really don't want to be bothered with him. They give him his name. She give the name. She say baby daddy. We just gonna name baby daddy. He has a record already. So, yeah. So, after all of that or whatever, the deputy come out. And it's just crazy how this shit is. She was like, so she go out there and she start talking to the deputy. The deputy is like, okay, so when did this happen? Why didn't you call us when he was chasing you on the highway? She was just like, no, I still had stuff to do or whatever. He was like, but your safety is more safe, like it's more important than you having to get to a hair store. He was like, you should have called us when that was happening because we need to catch people when they're doing stuff like that. Like, we need to know those things, you know, like when it happened. And basically, like, you need to be, I'm guessing, like, you need to have your ducks in a row, like, case if something happened, you have to protect yourself. We could have it that this happened or whatever. So the man is checking the perimeter of the house. He was like, nobody's back there. Like, it don't look like nobody's back there or whatever. You cool, you should be fine. Maybe, like, you know, he just basically saying nobody's there. Like, you're fine, you know, whatever. Never did he come in to check the house. Never did he come in to check the house. The police never checked the inside of the house, right? Never checked the fucking inside of the house. How? I'm just go ahead and say it. The baby daddy was inside of the house when the apartment when he came. Mind you, when she answered the door, I felt like she kept the lights off in the living room. Because, like, if you know, like, if your house ain't up to par, you turn the lights off when somebody come to the door. Like, say if it's a Jehovah's Witness or something, you would, like, turn the lights off so nobody else see, like, what's in your house or something. That's what she did. And I don't think she had her windows locked either. So, the whole time, she talking to the police on the damn phone. This man is in her house sitting on the couch. So you snitching on him, but he done already made it through the window and is sitting on the fucking couch. Looking at you talk to the police. How he got through that window, I don't damn know. I don't know how he got through that window. And so in the beginning, her and her baby daddy would stand together. So, but when they would get into it, she would take her key off of his key ring. So when she took the key off the key ring and they were still together, she said that she would leave the window open so he could just come through the window if she's there or she doing hair late or whatever it may have you, whatever. That don't make sense. Just leave the fucking key somewhere maybe, but maybe it worked like that. It was easier for her to kind of leave the window open. So I'm guessing she forgot about that. Now they into it. I mean, it had just happened a couple hours ago, but maybe she forgot to lock the window. But that was the noise. Like when I told you, like the noise went to the living room window, he knew that she would be in the bedroom, so he went through like the living room door. I mean, the living room window. So she heads back, right? The only way she saw him is when she turned around. She turned on the light. She turned on the lights in the damn thing, right? I feel like he had to have had her house set up like that, because how didn't you know like your windows was open? It seemed like he probably had left them open when he was there, so like he could probably catch her doing something or something. I don't know, right? That's just it, right? So when he when the police leave and everything, he was like, oh, so you gonna tell the police on me? You gonna tell them? She was like, what the fuck are you doing here? What you doing here? He was like, oh, so you gonna tell the police on me? You gonna tell the police on me? He getting all up in her face. He was like, I ain't got nothing against you talking to me. He was like, I don't got nothing against you. It's just my problem with her. Where the fuck you been all day? Where you been? And he just like all up in her face. I'm just like looking at him because like, y'all, I'm talking about this man was every bit of 6 foot. Like, swear to God, they're like 6 foot, dark skin, buff as fuck. And he would get down fighting. Like, I swear. No funny shit. This man just got shot the other week. I had to close. No lie. I swear to God. It's just like, let me just say this about her baby daddy too. He was a bad person at this point, but he was not a bad person all the time. I think he just had ways when like she would try to like leave him alone. He got like that. So, and I'm not making excuses because this shit is just crazy. But, she was like, get out, get out, get out. Like, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you. He was like, I ain't going nowhere. You think you gonna have somebody else up here? He was like, who am I having here? My friend is here. My friend here with the baby and all this. He was like, where my baby at? Where my baby at? Like, it was just like, he was just making excuses of, like, but not telling us, like, why you here and not leaving. Like, you need to leave. She asked you to leave. Why you still here type thing. So, I think, then this the thing too. She called the police again and said, he's in my house now. Like, he's in my house. So, the dispatcher, like, I'm guessing it's so late at night, you only have one dispatcher, I guess. She like, didn't we just come out there? We just sent somebody out there. And back then, y'all, this was a while back. So, like, I don't feel like people was taking stuff serious as, like, how they was. So, she was like, the lady was like, we just sent somebody out there. She was like, he's in my house. He's in my house. And so she was like, ma'am, we just came there. No one's in your house, ma'am. You're overthinking it. The lady said that. She was like, you're overthinking it. And we can't keep wasting the deputy's time. Keep coming out there, right? So now I'm like, what? Are you serious? I don't know, like, if they probably didn't have a lot of deputies in this area or what. She was like, we can't keep wasting, like, we can't keep coming for you like that, you know. And like I said, this ain't her first time calling on him. So I'm guessing the deputy be feeling like the police and law enforcement be feeling like, if you ain't gonna leave your baby daddy, I don't know why you keep calling us. But really, it's their job to do that. So I really wasn't understanding. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, what? So I'm just standing back. I done got the baby now. I'm kind of like making sure she still sleeps so she don't like hear none of the confusion or whatever. Y'all, when I tell y'all, this man, like, they started, like, she trying to like make him leave. And like, he's still like trying to like tussle with her or whatever. Like rough her up a little bit or whatever. Anyway, he ended up leaving. But then I was like, girl, how did he get in here? She was like, he came in through that window. It was the window. I was like, how you didn't see him? She was like, I don't know. I didn't think to turn the lights on because, you know, we smoke up in here. And I wasn't thinking like to turn the ice was smoking. I wasn't thinking because I didn't want them to see like we had like tree and all this or whatever. So I didn't really think about that. My mind rushing. I was just like, girl, what you gonna do about him? And so time and time went by. Like, her and her baby daddy got back on good terms. But that was just kind of psychotic to me. Like, I don't know what normal person do that. Like, who do that? I don't know. But whatever. They end up, like, getting back together and stuff and all that. But fast forward to, like, she with this other guy. So, fast forward, she with the other guy. And so, this guy also was, like, she had DV problems with him, too. I don't know. So, once again, she was over at her mama's house. And this certain boyfriend number 2, he didn't like, we just gonna call him boyfriend. So, boyfriend didn't really like her at her mama's house because he felt like it was just a party scene. Like, it's too many dudes over there. Like, too many dudes be in your face. He felt like that or whatever, right? So, it's this guy one day, like I said, it ain't no off limit. Like, it's not a thing where a certain person couldn't be on the porch. Everybody used to be on the porch, like smoking, drinking, talking, like laughing, all of that. Like I said, it's the whole thing, right? So, this one dude come up, but it was kind of awkward that he was there. So, but I'm noticing he ain't really talking with nobody. He just kind of watching Tiffany. So I'm like, why he watching Tiffany? And so, like, when Tiffany go around back to, like, go put something in the trash in the back, he would kind of go step off to the back and watch Tiffany. And so she was like, hey, what's up? And he was like, what's up? What's up? Like, what you been up to or whatever? She was like, nothing. So this other guy came up that was real close with Tiffany, and they giving her hugs and everything. It was like, what you been up to? The man watching. Keep in mind, this man still watching her, right? So I ain't paying no mind, but now you think back on it in hindsight, he was watching her. So that when all that is over, she finna go back to her apartment, and so she was with the dude. We could name him just say boyfriend. I already said boyfriend. So boyfriend was finna come over. So when boyfriend came over, he had an attitude. I don't know why. So at this point, I don't know why. So she was like, what's up, babe? What's up, babe? She tried to give him a kiss when he came in. He wasn't feeling it. He was like, nah, get off me. So she was like, what's wrong with you? He was like, you at your mama house and got niggas all through your mama house and stuff all over there for you? That's what you doing? That's what you doing? I thought you supposed to be making money, doing hair, this. She was like, I am. What you talking about? He was like, what? He was like, she was like, you don't even know that. Would you know what I'm doing? He was like, you don't think I got people that's like, they gonna tell me what's going on? You don't think they tell me you hugging on niggas and doing all that? Like, he was getting mad. Like, he getting buffed up. He like, you gonna tell me you doing all that? Like, y'all ever seen when two buff dudes get into like a debacle? They be like, that's how he was doing. And I'm like,
she is just a girl.
Like, I'm kind of backing up. Like, what the fuck? So she was like, but this the thing about Tiffany. Tiffany used to really feel like she could fight a nigga. She could now. But it's just like, when it comes to stuff like a dude gonna pick you up, you can't, how you gonna fight him and he done picked you up? So she gets mad about that and she goes outside. They try to take it outside. So when she tried to take it outside, they end up like it started getting heated outside, right? He ends up, I don't know, it started like a bad commotion, right? He picks her ass up and boom her on the ground, on the concrete. All I seen her is him pick her up. He boomed her and she fell on her shoulder, right? When she got up, that bitch was dislocated. Her bone was protruding. So, like, it ain't come through the skin, but it might as hell have been. Like, you could see, like, her bone was sticking up like this. Mind you, she was, like, in cosmetology school and shit. And she basically had to stop going to cosmetology school for this because they was like, it looked like your arm gonna fall off in here on our floor. You can't be in here. We can't have you in here like this. You could sue us. Like, you know. So she had to go home. And I don't think she ever went back. So she ended up getting pissed. Like, she's pissed. She's crying. She ended up calling her other friends or whatever. And those friends end up being the boy's brother that just boomed her. So she was like, he did that? She did that? I can't believe he did that. He really did that, Tiffany? Nah, she boomed her own ass on the ground, bitch. Nah, she ain't do it. She ain't do it, bitch. Nah, she didn't. I was so confused. And it was like the sisters was making excuses. They was like, he was like, I don't see, he don't never act like that. That's not in his character. Like, what did you do to him? That's all I had to hear. And y'all, the stories is not over. But that's it. Because I'm already getting triggered. Because it don't stop there, y'all. It don't stop. It don't stop there. But that's it for tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in and click the post notification bell so y'all notified every single time that your girl posts. Make sure y'all tune in for Talk to Me Tuesdays, y'all. Go and follow me on all my social medias. Click the description box to see all of that. And Talk to Me Tuesdays. Send a story to Talk to Me Tuesday. Clock that. Love y'all. Bye. Yeah.